Hey guys, I just want to do a video on logging with Universal Patcher, just a little more in depth, so hopefully can get you all working. Um, First thing, look, see which version you have. So I have 0.23.7.0. I think this is the newest one, but I'm not positive. However, I do have another version of Universal Patcher, and for some reason that logger always freezes on me. So I'm pretty sure they've updated some of their software, and this version here works great for me. So maybe check, see which version you have. If you don't have this one, download the latest one they have. And I believe I got that off GitHub. I honestly just searched Universal Patcher download and got to it going that way. Okay, so once you get in here, I have this stuff is kind of already loaded in my profile. Once you get in, though, there's going to be nothing right here. Probably not going to be anything here. So you can click these three dots, and you can start a folder. You can just make a new folder, open it up, and it'll show up here. So I have UP log. Once you have that, you can go to settings, and you probably won't have anything here. If you connect your device, it should populate. If you're using the OBDX Pro VX, that's the only one that's going to show on my list because it's the only thing I've had hooked up. But once you're actually hooked to the car, you can select your device type. It should populate, like I said, if you're using this device. And then you can also just have it set. If it isn't already set on J2534 device, go ahead and set it there. This stays grayed out unless I click here. So then it'll open up this. So maybe you might have to set this up and then go here. I don't remember honestly. This part isn't bad though. Like I said, if you plug it into the car, it may populate. I'll just search device here and click on whatever device you're using. As far as this goes, if you're doing the Gen 3 PM PCMs, like is it P01 and P59, you're gonna want this on VPW. I believe when I set this one up, all of this kind of was already populated the way it is, so I just left that. My wideband controller took a crap on me, so as of right now, I can't hook up my wideband and show you how to do that. As soon as I get a new one, um, I'll do a video on that. However, I am working on designing and building my own controller for my wideband O2 sensor, and I'm trying to design it where I plug it directly into my O2 sensor. It'll have a couple wires to hook to power and ground, and then the other end is going to be straight to USB. So that's still in the workings here, but as soon as I get one made and actually test it, um, I'll either share the info on how to make them or maybe make a few and try to sell them if people want them. Okay, back to this. So once you have this set up, you can go to profile. I made an empty one here. So what you can do, file name, you could just, so I did, for this video, I did VID, but I can click on here. I can look at my different files. So this one currently doesn't have any PIDs enabled. You can set your platform. Like I said, P01, P59. There's a bunch of different options on here. So I am curious. I'm going to try possibly tomorrow or sometime this weekend to log my buddy's transmission. I got to figure out which one it is, but I know it's on a 2011. So I'm going to play with that, see if I can get that to work. But for the P01 or P59, set that. And you'll have a bunch of PIDs over here you can choose from. And you can also pull up PIDs by your bin file. So if you do by bin, it's going to ask you to open a bin file you've already read. So let's go down. We'll just say we'll do this one. Open this bin file. Now it should be showing all of the PIDs that for this OS number that I can read. However, I have found a few. For some reason, it didn't want to read them. I don't know if that's a setting in my actual tune, but for the most part, I can read them all. So from here, you can start selecting them. So engine temperature, you hit a plus on that. It'll populate over here. Let's say we want our short term, other short term, or long term, and our long term. So we want a map sensor, your engine speed, you do vehicle speed, ignition, you take temperature, MAF, throttle position. So that's got those all there. I can't see because I'm screen recording and this is in the way. Somewhere at the top here, it'll say profile size. It'll show like the maximum you can do, and it'll show how many you have in there. So the more PIDs you log at once, I guess the higher risk you're going to have of the info kind of being lagging. So what I do, I only log the ones I need for whatever I'm trying to log, and then I'll make different profile names for my, whatever I want to log that day. So before you hit save, go ahead and change whatever you want. So like my temperatures, I'm doing in Fahrenheit. Um, if you're a Celsius person, no, you can leave them in Celsius. And that's really it, other than if I was to put my vehicle speed over there, it's in kilometers per hour. You could also switch that to miles per hour. Once you get all that set, you can go ahead and hit save. And now, let's see, let's go to load. So here's when my speed density loads. So now we should be able to go back to this one, hit load. Yeah, and it pulls up the ones we put in there. That's really it for setting up. So next, we'll connect to the vehicle and we'll actually log something to show you how that works. I have my OBDX Pro plugged into the car and plugged into my computer, and the key is currently off, and I'm pretty sure I can still connect. We'll test it here. Okay, it has connected. It says down here in the bottom, connected. Here's the one thing, you don't want to exit out of this. For whatever reason, when I exit out of this, it disconnects. So just click back on your main page, leave that running in the back. And now I'm going to turn the key on. And over here we could do a test. So test all enabled. And so it gives me some readings. So right now the key's on, the vehicle's not running. It's 68 degrees outside. I got a map sensor, some learned fuel trims. Yeah, so we'll go ahead, fire up the car. Okay, the car is running. So now if I want to test again, I can test. I believe I can do continuous test. And now it's reading everything. Engine speed, ignition timing. So from here, all you got to do to log is just hit start logging. It's going to run through its thing. It's going to check stuff. And we are currently logging right now. I've been messing with this because my fuel trims are still running rich. Okay, now that we logged some data, we can go ahead and stop logging, shut the car down, and go over to log here. That log should have saved right in here. So let me pull up my folders, documents. Let's see. And if we scroll down to the bottom, this should be the latest one. Looks right. So I can open this up in Excel, get rid of that notification. And we got time elapsed. Here's our engine temperature sensor, short-term fuel trims, long-term. Here's all the info, and you can scroll through it this way. Something else you could do inside the logger, you can view your logs in a histogram. I know I have a video kind of on this, but I'll just go ahead and show you. So histogram log file. Now let's say we want to load that recent log in here. Going back to the bottom, the last one. Open it up. Refresh and apply. So this is all got on the information from that little bit of time we let it idle at cold temperature. So things you can do with this histogram, you can generate these numbers up here and these side ones, your column and your rows, and you can generate your own ones. So right now, column is my X parameter engine speed, and Y is rows. So this is Y, this is X. Let's say I wanted to set a minimum of, we'll do 500 RPMs. We'll say the max I wanted to look at was 800, and I really wanted to look at stuff closely. I wanted it to be in, let's say, 50 RPM increments. Apply that. So it changed down here. You can apply this. Didn't really change anything as far as that data that we recorded. So that's a way you can adjust these numbers. Now, what I do for VE tuning, for instance, I would go from load my bin because I want it to match whatever is in my tuning software. So I'm using Universal Patcher. So you load a bin, you can open a file. We'll just do that speed density one. All open, and now we're going to go to whatever we want to load. So I'm going to do my VE tables, click on this, go back to settings. So now my columns and my rows match what is in my VE table. And that is nice for tuning because I can copy and paste things, and all these numbers on my rows and columns are going to match up what's in my table. So, right now, the value, which is the number in here, that's short-term fuel trims. That's what I have on there. Whatever I logged in that, when I logged in my log profile, those are the options I get to pick from. So if you want a value, you have to log it in order to be able to pick it out of here when you're using this histogram off from a already logged file. If that makes sense. Also, same goes for your X and Y. You can pick what you logged. Okay, one other thing I wanted to touch on. I showed you how to load these profiles from the bin. So if you go over to Save Settings, you can add whatever current thing you have up there. I already have it. So let's just see what this one is. Um, so then you don't have to go in and load bin every time. If you get one, so like this one's VE, I can load it, I can go back to settings, and it automatically pulls up with my column headers and row headers, has everything that I saved. So that makes it an easy way to pull up the histogram you want to use. I believe that's really all I need to share with this. I'm going to exit out of that. There is a couple other things I guess I could touch base on. Right now, if you look here, I have log, settings, profile. So when you go back to log, also any of these that you have saved, you can just click on and start logging them. The other thing, if you go to mode, this is on tourist. You have basic and advanced. So you open these, it'll give you a lot more settings to play with. For what I'm doing, I don't need them. You have a PID editor. Um, you can change whatever it allows you to change in here. Honestly, I'm not even sure on some of it. Your VPW console, you could change some stuff in here to if you're having a hard time maybe reading, um, like it's not reading fast enough, maybe it's too slow. So there is more settings. Like I said, everything I'm doing, I just have it on the tourist because it's less clutter up here. I can use all the PIDs that I want to log. I can save this stuff. I can view it. Um, this will also give you, like, these are all my logs I've done so far in this profile. I don't really access them through there, but these are handy to be able to just click through and, it's just playing around. You can click through these different profiles that have your saved PIDs already. There is some other stuff under tools. There's a dashboard. The graphics, I haven't really played with the graphics, so don't really want to say anything there. This stuff, I believe you just pick which PID you want, and then a minimum and maximum, and then you would apply it, and you get a little gauge. I don't use any of that. It's really kind of old school looking stuff, but like I said, I just use the logger and the tuning software, and it's been working good for me. If you have issues, I've said this in a different video about logging. I had issues. I could not get this logger to work. I had to update my OBDX Pro VX, the actual dongle. If you look on their website, they'll have, every time they put out new updates, you'll be able to find them. You can download the software that installs it for you. You download the software, you plug your dongle into your computer, search for updates. If there's any updates, you can update it and it'll work fine. I had to do that to get this logger to work. So that's one thing. If you're having issues, maybe check that. The other thing is just remember to look help about, see which version you have, because I do have an older version that also gives me fits. It always freezes on me. This version seems to be working good. So other than that, it is pretty simple once you get used to it. It can be complicated if you're trying to do some crazy stuff, I guess. But like I said, I just use the tourists. I have my settings, I have my profile. I can do everything from here that I'm doing at least, but I'm not an advanced tuner or anything. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Leave a comment if you got questions, and I'll try to help you out. All right. Catch you later.